the beginning, there wasn't space and time. Please place that God or no God issue off to the side. A singularity of everything that was meant to be came into existence, creating all things, including you and me. This single solitary point began to divide in the shape of a spherical explosion entropy ride. Now there was dimension, totaling 3. Up, down, back, forth, side by side, time considered A to B. As matter separated, energy became the space, with overlapping waves of electromagnetism, the fastest race. This is why the Big Bang happened so quick. Back then, inflation slowed down and picked up the pace once again. Most of the matter converted to energy waves of potential, leaving only galaxy stars, dust, and super black holes. In a funny way, we owe our existence to the desire of matter seeking paths of least resistance. Space between heavenly bodies continues to grow by the light energy emitted by the stars that glow. The volume of space is directly related to the amount of energy that mass has already created. Yes, indeed, mass is energy too, but in a different way, stuck together. Some call it gluon goo. Positive protons dancing with neutrons, orbited by an often changing amount of negative electrons. Proton and electron charges cancel each other out until another electron sneaks in or another says peace out, resulting in an ion with a charge of plus or minus. Great, now all the boring stuff is put behind us. Gravity is not a pull, it is a push. By warped space trying to squish matter into a clump of mush. That is why objects prefer the shape of a ball, because space is pushing evenly from all directions, y'all. Ask the Earth or a bubble why it is round, and they will say it is because of all the space that surrounds. Warped space is not marbles on wet toilet paper stress test. No wonder kids can't pass their science test. The more matter in one spot, the harder space squeezes it until a singularity forms in order to please it. This is called a black hole, but it ain't a hole, just a clump of dense matter where we will never go. Every singularity has a point of no return, not surprising, even light can't escape an event horizon. Gamma, X-ray, radio, visible light are all waves of energy giving the universe sight. Time travel will never be a thing. We can only look into the past, deep field Hubble highway lane. The larger the eye, the farther we see, to the point when the first galaxies came to be. Satellites and colliders cost a fee, while gravitational lensing is handed out for free. Light waves move fast, but still take time to reach us. White noise is how background radiation greets us. Color don't exist, it is just the way our brains interpret different frequencies of light that hits. Everything out there is just white or black. By the way, string theory is plain old whack. 11 dimensions had to be made up first just to make the crazy math involved halfway work. Smoking Grass Tyson is not that smart. Main talking points are Robin Williams' jokes about farts. Yet he gives no credit where credit is due. The same can be said about Mikio Cuckoo too. They've spread lies, 810 tells what's true. Can't go wrong listening to good old Green on Blue. Billions of years ago, life began on Mars with the creation of RNA organic microbe tar. Then along came a rock, knocking room service, sending chunks of crust heading towards the Earth's surface. Most of the life died during the trip and re-entry, but some landed and called it home on that mutation frenzy. Earth was mostly covered by mostly water until tectonic shift became a mountain starter. Cyanobacteria fill the atmosphere with oxygen, allowing for giant creatures like Titanosaur stomping. They started in the ocean, then walked on land. Eventually some of them monkeys learned how to stand, because they needed to see above the grasslands and learn to hunt monsters with tools in their hands. Sparks from an arrowhead created flames. Suddenly we had fire, man, and tomato stains.